thanks for coming and hanging out with me in the basement. Outside again. Still don't have the inside layout set up, but that's quite alright. I'm not in a hurry. It's still late summer, and I'm enjoying the weather and having a good time. But I did go to an estate sale, and I'm always looking for train stuff. And I got this Marx, which was only $10. Actually, it was less than that. It was like $7.50. They were doing some kind of weird discount for the second day it was open or something like that. But it looks to be in real good condition. Not all banged up and dinged up. Let's see if we can get it going and run it around a little bit. And also, I've got some tin-plated Marx cars that I've had but didn't have an engine to pull them. I think this thing will be perfect for it. Here is the makeshift workbench. We got a upside-down copier paper box, and here's what I got. This is the engine, $10 there, or actually, $7.50 or whatnot. And oh, that's right. The spring I noticed was gone on this. I've got another one. We'll see if we can swap that out real quick. I gotta run inside and get that. But we do have like a cracked wheel over here, which is common. It's zinc rot, but it'll work good for this test. Side rods are bent. These arms are bent a little bit, but they're big deal. They're fine. But yeah, this thing's in really good condition. Oh, made in the USA, of course. Very nice. 999 is what we got on the front. And this is the tender. We got some bent over steps and maybe a little tweaking on this, but otherwise this looks good. Just thought I'd show you the cars real quick. These are cars that I saved. I disposed of some other ones I got. I had these in an earlier video, but of course didn't see them run. Bent steps, bent up a little bit, but we got a caboose. Got a little searchlight car that the wires are definitely suspect on. No light bulbs in them. We got a box car here, refrigerated box car. That's pretty cool. And we got a oil tanker. This one's kind of my favorite. Not sure why, but let me run in and grab the parts motor, and I'll get that spring. Alright, so got my parts engine out here, which would work except for a brush spring and a wire connection here. But we got a spring on here, which is what I'm going to rob to put on this guy, because it's definitely not going to run if I don't do that, because this is the center contact here. So I have very limited tools outside here. We'll just see what we can do. Carefully pry this up. Okay, excellent, that worked. The wire's not broken. And then we'll do the same thing here. Alright, perfect. Now that engine, that parts engine, that's a little fancier one. Oh, we do have electronic reverse unit on this, which I didn't expect. That's good. Hopefully it functions. Alright, let's see here. Carefully tweak this back into position. There we go. Much better. Alright. Let's straighten out these side rods real quick. Super easy to do. Alright, let's just go kind of approximately. It's not smashing in the wheels here. That's just normal handling with this kind of stuff. Alright. Let's set up the track and see if it runs. Oh, almost forgot. Let's get this tender straightened out. Just got some little bit of straightening up to do in the back here. There, that looks better. And let's see here. Oh yeah, take a look at this guy. We're not going to be able to hook up the tender with that being like that. So let's straighten that out a little bit. What do I think I need to do? Probably bend this up, huh? Not really sure how it's supposed to look. Alright, let's see here. Oh, that's supposed to go a little lower. Okay. I think I see what they intended. Let's go lower. Flatten that guy out there. You Marx guys will know how this is supposed to be, but I think I got it. Still a little high. that looks like it'll work. Alright. Now, well, let's look at these cars real quick. Okay, this one looks pretty good. Straighten this out a little bit. Got some wildlife running around here. Oh, a couple squirrels. Let's see here. Crickets going on. That time of summer. Summer's winding down, unfortunately. Okay, that car looks pretty good. Caboose. Apart from being a little popping off its chassis here. That looks good. And yeah, well, this one needs a little straighten out. Okay, that's what I like about these. Simple, easy to fix. Alright, that looks pretty good. Okay, here's a little problem we got. Got a wheel in the wrong position. So, these are pretty darn straightforward. Alright. Okay, that looks pretty good. I'm just going to check the rest of them here. Yep, this one's got the flange on the wrong way. Very easy to fix, though. Okay, that's good. Yeah, this one, boy, we're doing real good here. Alright, straighten up this side frame a little bit. This is just all you gotta do to get these up and going, not too much. Okay, so for these lights to work, we would need a center roller, which this car does not have. So, have to keep an eye out for that. And that looks good. Alright, let me get the layout set up and we'll be right back. Okay, let's see if the engine will run at all. Should, right? These things, these front wheels, are not staying where they need to. I think they're probably a little bent. But that looks pretty good. Alright, let's see what we got. Oh, we got a headlight action. Nice. Hey, we got something going. Okay. We got some shorting out going on here. So let's adjust this. Looks pretty good. Headlight's loose in there, I can see, but we'll wait to take out the mechanism. And the reversing, it works. Can't beat that. Woohoo! Yes! Wow! Functioning E-unit. What a deal. Wow. Take you off the tripod here. There she goes. Needs a little bit of lubrication, but it's running. Wow. And the headlight works. What a deal. I am really impressed at this thing. Amazing. Okay. So, how is the mechanism held in? 2 screws. Okay. I need to get a flat blade. Just a moment. Alright, so that was worth $10 right there even. Alright, so let's hopefully not drop any screws into the grass. So that would be really unfortunate. So my plan is to just quickly clean the commutator, lube up a few things. This is not a final, this isn't the end all be all of everything. I have not taken one of these apart before. Sure, I'm doing a little something wrong here. Alright, there we go. Piece of cake. Man, this thing is really nice. It'll clean up really good. A little soap and water. It'll be great. Alright, let's see here. I am really happy that the E-unit is working correctly. Alright, so commutator is held on with one screw there and a couple things there. Let's see if we can get those off. Again, not losing the screws between the deck slats. Of course, we're not using the right tools. That's okay. Actually, it wasn't shorting. I was thinking it was shorting with these rods, but it wasn't. It was just making better contact, actually. So that arc that we saw was just electrical current being transmitted. Okay, hopefully we don't lose any screws or any brushes or anything. Let's see here. Some nice birds going on, crickets, all kinds of good stuff. Okay, there's our brushes. They look to be in good condition. There's our commutator, which doesn't look terrible. Let's clean that up real quick. Got a little bit of my favorite cleaner here, naphtha. Can't really get super good access in here, but we're trying. Okay, good. Gonna clean it up with some Scotch-Brite. Again, this won't be perfect. The idea is to make it better. That's good enough for today. Just want to get a fresh face on the brushes here. Alrighty. Now the hard part. See if I can get it back together. Might need some tweezers. We'll see. Be a lot nicer if the side rod wasn't in the way, but it is what it is. I do have a pliers. I could try to get these springs out of the way. I don't know. We'll try this. Probably lose them in the grass or something. Alright. Okay. Wish I had a smaller screwdriver with me, but hey. This is actually kind of fun, improvising. Nope. Okay. Okay, so what I ended up doing was I ended up turning it upside down, putting the brushes in, and then sliding the brush plate in, and that seemed to work pretty good. We're in. I'm really shocked the light bulb still works. This engine must have pretty low time on it. Okay. Now we're just going to put a tiny bit of lubricant on this side. We don't want very much at all. Put some on the other side of the shaft. This has got a bearing surface in the middle. And then we got the wheels. properly do this, you'd really want to clean out all the gunk in there, but we are losing daylight rapidly. It's past 7 o'clock here in central Wisconsin. Okay, good. We can see the wheels here. Cannot see them here. All right. That's already better. Oh, that's a lot better. Beautiful. Alright. Let's see how she rolls. Oh. Beautiful. Of course, now my light bulb's not working. Hey. Alright. Wipe that sucker off. Beautiful. One of them nice original light bulbs. Okay, let's get this back together. Alright. Good. Let's hoping I didn't lose any screws. It's hard enough to do it when you're inside. So now this wheel, this cracked wheel, is loose on the shaft here, but it's not going to affect the performance for now. Okay, we're good there. Let's hitch up some stuff. What do I think I want? How about the tender? That should stay hooked up. I mean, ideally, I'd lubricate every one of these wheels, but I'm not really too worried about it. Alright, let's hook up this guy. And we got the caboose. Excellent! That was looking really nice. So, for $10 for the engine, what do you think? Let's see how it goes around the track. And we just shorted out something. One of the cars must have a short in it. Probably, well, I don't actually know, but let's find out, because the power supply just tripped. Okay, take two. I don't know what was shorting before, but it's not now. That is awesome! That's so cool! Let's move the camera. That thing runs so good. Man. Alright, this door is bugging me. Ah, there we go. Let's go reverse. Man, she runs really good. Ooh, that might be a cause for a short. That's awful low. Bend that up a little bit. Okay. Oh, I'll bet you that was shorting right there. Caboose. Alright, let's see here. Move it up just a smidge. Any others? No? Oh, the engine might be. Or the... Nope. The tender's doing good. Best $10 yet. That thing runs really good. And for only like 10 or 15 minutes worth of work. That was awesome. Well, that was some of the best $10 I've ever spent on something that looks this good and didn't take very long to get running at all. I am really impressed. Is it because it's good quality stuff? Not necessarily. It's just made a certain way. It was made cheaply for the time, and the way they made it cheaply still holds up. I mean, to this day, the way it was made, they wouldn't make it like that anymore. They'd use a cheap old can motor or something, but the motor and stuff they used in there, that was the cheapest they could get at the time. And Marx was like the king of the bottom market. He really ate Lionel's lunch and American Flyers lunch as well on the low-end stuff, so he was really taking a bite out of their pie, so to speak. That's one reason why Lionel and whatnot did the scout sets and stuff, is because of Marx, just to try to compete with him. But let me know what you think. I'm going to go grab some bee footage, and the daylight is leaving us rapidly, so it might be a little darker than the rest of it, but hopefully it looked out okay. Want to say thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you think, and we'll see you on the next one.